how beneficial tech is for real estate. Like now you just previously mentioned there are brokers showing their properties on Instagram. There are reels going out, people are generating leads. So do you think in the longer run it's going to stay and it's going to go more massive out there, like social media and technology are going to like really help businesses to get leads or attract customers?
Okay, so I guess two parts to your question. One is how is tech going to impact real estate now and in the future? And second is how does that help sales as well? So I think technology is like, Google is a technology company. Is like, would you consider Uber a technology company? Would you? No. I mean, they are fundamentally, but they're fundamentally a technology company because they've built algorithms to optimize supply and demand, right? So that's where the technology really comes in. I think building a lot of the innovation we've seen in tech in real estate today has been around sales enablers, right? So a lot of like virtual reality stuff or helping people sell more efficiently or discover the journey, taking away friction in that through technology, making that happen is where tech has been used. Is tech bringing down the cost of the product? Is tech improving the quality of the product? Maybe in certain construction processes. But I don't think we've seen any major impactful companies that have come out in the technology space in property, right? I think one thing in the future that'll be really interesting is humanoid labor, right? That's a tech play, right? Getting your house built by actual robots. Sounds crazy, but it's gonna happen. And that, I think, like that would be exciting. I think, I'd like to see a lot more of that.
So now that social media, like you see a lot of real estate brokers selling, houses, they're making reels, they're getting leads, sales are happening for some people. So what do you think, how impactful this is? And do you think it's actually going to be there for a long term? And is it going to drive sales like real estate with social media marketing, digital marketing, everything? So
yeah, I mean, for sure. That's an easy one. 110%, right? It's already happening. I think people in a fairly ad-driven world need to connect. They need to find something that makes them laugh, something that creates some kind of emotion, or gives them some kind of trust when buying a product. I think also we're still to see a lot of the folks that are fairly young grow up, enter their 30s, 40s, have that real purchasing power. And that's when you see like those brands and communities that have really invested, it's monetizing that audience, right? At least in real estate. But yeah, it's a massive space. Even for us in Brego Land, I've sold land on my DMs, which is absurd. That's crazy, right?
That's great.
It's insane. And I think also what it does on social media, how to improve this, like find a way to not automate as much as you can and try and keep your conversations as human as possible. It's much harder, but you'll see your percentage conversion go up significantly. As something that we learned ourselves. I think we were just talking about this before. You get a massive volume and they're like, how do I deal with this? But you have to, really
like
stock up.
The human touch should remain. That's what will keep you apart from
because it's a trust product. It's a trust product. It's an envy and social proof product. I'm purchasing this to signal to the world that I've arrived in some way, shape or form. So you need to respect that and
Thank you for sticking along throughout the video. I hope you learned a lot of new things because we sure did. And if you think some other people would love this video, please share it with them. And before going, again, please subscribe, like, and share our channel as much as possible. Thank you. See you next time with new guests.